Picture this, the headline reads, "The Bad Blood Between Polymarket's Shayne Coplan and Kalshi's Tarek Mansour." If you're picturing a corporate battle, you're right on target. Two of the youngest billionaires in the world of prediction markets have been scrambling for dominance, and the push and pull has escalated to a level that made the FBI's presence in Coplan's New York apartment unavoidable. Shayne Coplan, who launched Polymarket as a platform that lets users bet on the outcome of real-world events, has become a shockwave in the fintech world in just a few short years. Meanwhile, Tarek Mansour, the founder of Kalshi, has taken the same idea, building a regulated exchange that permits people to trade propositions on everything from election outcomes to commodity prices. In early November 2024, the story took a dramatic turn. Coplan woke up to a group of FBI agents burst into his apartment, flashing warrants and asking questions about the platform's data handling, compliance, and the legality of its marketplace. That was the first public scare of a regulatory raid on a prediction market company. The agents were looking to investigate whether the platforms were inadvertently facilitating unlicensed betting operations. The raid didn't opinionate in a single federal district. Instead, it rippled across the tech legal landscape. Suddenly, the prediction market community was split. Many investors were buying or selling, and the vote went up or down at the same time, a perfect storm of media attention, legal scrutiny, and the raw ambition of two young billionaires. The rivalry isn't just a story of market share. It's become a cultural touchstone for the future of the internet. Both Coplan and Mansour had ambitious visions. Coplan championed an accessible, open-air betting environment free from heavy regulation. Mansour, by contrast, pushed for a fully regulated, licensed approach that would make the market retail-friendly. Because of these fundamental differences, their strategies collided in a way that feels almost medieval. Everyone gets nervous when a startup shot the market, but when the very government steps in, you start to see the bad blood you hear in the headline. They're not just competing over what types of bets to allow, they've been etched out company operations, data control, even who gets to influence the platform's algorithm that determines which bets win. The whole episode is a textbook case of regulatory friction in the fintech sector. The FBI's decision to go in early 2024 reflected a broader trend in how the United States handles new technology that sits in gray areas of law. Whether you're on the Polymarket side or the Kalshi side, no one can escape that scrutiny. That is not to say the fallout was limited to legal drama. It pushed both companies to rethink their public messaging, pivot their compliance models, and address the way the public perceived listing the bipartisan backlash. For example, the single-page help center that used to be accessible now has complicated FAQs explaining compliance, privacy, and even civil rights implications. In the end, the bad blood between Shayne Coplan and Tarek Mansour is not a fleeting feud. It is the story of a billion-dollar boom in a succinct market that sits at the border of legality. Their careers have turned a bedlam inside their own houses to a deeper look at how young entrepreneurs shape the next generation of financial tech. That makes it a fascinating episode to follow and an intriguing look at autonomy in a world where the government's reach doesn't always meet fintech's speed. Thanks for listening. If you're not following Shayne's and Tarek's drama yet, you're missing a huge chunk of history that's shaping how people bet on global events. Stay tuned for more on how this rivalry unfolds and what it means for the future of the internet. Until next time, keep your curiosity sharp and your betting books closed.